Hey, Trev, thanks for taking some time. Appreciate it. A couple of quick ones for you. Fourth home run of the spring today. I think four of your seven hits the spring meant homers. Is that just coincidence? Or you been working on launch angles, anything, or is that just the way it happened?
No, I think that's just that's just how it's happened so far. Obviously, not as consistent with my moves and my timing right now, but feeling better. I think the results are gonna kind of vary when that's the case. But yeah, I feel good, and when I'm hitting the ball hard right now, it's usually in the air, so that's a good sign.
Actually, two more questions for you. With Brendan Rodgers on the injured list, or at least a month, he's out. Ryan most likely will move back to second, at least to start the season. Um, how do you feel about one, him as an overall second baseman, and two, about the chemistry you two have developed between the shortstop and second base position?
I think it's really good. Our communication is always really good, and it's easy when we're really close friends. So we're always talking about ways that we can get better, and um, so and obviously the experience. We've played a lot of games together, so we've had game experiences, and we've had the weird situations that we've gotten through, and we can lean on that experience. So yeah, I think it'll be seamless having Mac get right back in the flow of that.
And final one for me, you've been able to see Austin Gomber pitch a few times now. Um, numbers are great. Being back here in Denver, I really haven't had a chance to see him except for once. What are your impressions of him? Buddy's been saying he likes how Gomber works quickly and attacks hitters. I'm curious from your perspective what your impressions are.
Yeah, very similar. I love that part of his game. He attacks, man, and he has some good stuff. And I think more than anything, he's got a little bit of presence out there. He's out there competing, and he wants to be out there, man. And I'll go behind, play defense behind that all day. And so yeah, it's been a great addition for sure.
Thank you, Trevor. I appreciate it.
Thomas Hardy? Yeah, Trevor. Today you had Chris Owings at second base, and they, I guess, told him he made the team today. It could be a lot of switching around, whether it's Owings, whether it's Matt, um, whether it's Hampson. Is having that same double play partner, have you found that that has been a great thing, or is it overrated? What do you think?
Um, yeah, I think there's benefits to it for sure, but I think the way our team is built, we have a lot of versatility. So I think we'll lean on that, and I think we've shown that. A lot of our second basemen can play other positions, and I think that's kind of the way this roster is built. So yeah, it's I don't think it hasn't been like a consistent since DJ, but I'm not saying that's good or bad. I think that's just the way our team is built, and I have a lot of confidence in the guys, whoever plays second, because we work every day. I'm working with Co, I'm working with Mac, I'm working with B-Rod, Hampson, Josh, even at second too. So all those guys, man, I have a lot of confidence in them, and that's because we've worked together.
Another one along those same lines. You guys have the injury to B Rod. You have some changes in the lineup. Does it feel like you know what this team is going to be, or is that going to take all the way up to the regular season or even into the season to kind of get a feel for what the Rockies are going to be like?
Yeah, I think it's an ever-growing thing. I think it's a continuous thing. So, I think once the real games start, and towards the end of spring, we'll have a better feel of what it's really going to be like, of our everyday lineup and stuff like that. But um, yeah, man, I think, like I said, our team is built on versatility, and that's one of our strengths. So, looks like we're going to use it that way.
As far as you're concerned, to take a pitch the opposite way, the way that you did, is that a sign of anything? And what is that a sign of?
Yeah, it's good. It's always good, if I can hit that fastball away with authority that way. So, certainly a good feeling to do that. And I think it's just a sign of me being more consistent in the box and getting my feels back. And it's something that I really liked.
Yeah, last one from me. You had talked about things aren't exactly consistent right now. I know there were a couple at bats yesterday you kind of wanted to get back. If you could put into words what needs to be consistent for you to feel really, really good going into the regular season.
Yeah, a lot of it is timing. I know that sounds pretty simple, but it's different. Hitting BP every day and then going and slowly graduating into games and then playing 2 games in a row, and there's just an ebb and flow to it that me myself, it takes a little time to get used to, but it's always kind of been that way for me. And there's things that I can work on here that to see if I want to use that in the regular season or not. So it's something that it's part of the plan, and that just moving consistently the way I want is what needs to happen.
Thanks, Trevor. I really appreciate it.
Yep.
I'm going to Tracy Ringlesby to finish up. Tracy.
Hey, Trev, there's the questions about McMahon, but also Fuentes moving in at third base. And I mean, you and Nolan had worked together for a long time. Now all of a sudden, it looks like Fuentes to start the season. How comfortable have you gotten with him? How much have you really gotten to play with him over time?
It's been quite a bit. I think, over the past 2 springs, and, just a lot of work pre-game and early work, stuff like that. We get to have eyes on each other and kind of get the feel for how we move about the infield. And Josh is really good, man. He's cut from the same cloth as his cousin. He loves taking ground balls. He loves the work, and he's always prepared. So I love that, and he's pretty special over there, in my opinion.
It would seem like they may not be Nolan, but with either McMahon or Fuentes, they're above average defensive third base, aren't they?
Yeah, in my opinion, I think so. They both can, they're really accurate with the glove, and they make the spectacular plays too, and they both have really good arms, and I think the biggest thing is they want the ball hit to them. So aggressiveness is huge playing third base, and I think they both are better than average for sure.
You and Kyle both showed up spring training very adamant about the fact that you're better than people want to give you guys credit for. What have you seen this spring to reinforce that and make you even believe it more?
Yeah, I think, more than anything, I think it's a belief, with the guys in this clubhouse. And, I think we show up with, with an attitude that we're going to win, We're going to do everything we can, prepare the way we know how. And then once it's time to play, we're just going to go let it eat and have fun. So I think that attitude is nice, and it's fun, and it's freed up a lot of guys, I think, to just kind of be themselves and have fun playing this game, because it's really hard.
Does it almost seem like the last 2 years you guys were expected to be something? The 2 years before that, when you went to the postseason, nobody had expectations. Is it almost better, you think, to have a little bit of a chip on your shoulder and say we're better than you think we are?
I think the situations are similar. Me personally, I would rather have the expectations, because that means you've done something pretty good in the last couple of years, But the last two years haven't been great for us, and so that is the attitude we're coming in with. And I think once you count out a group of guys that are pretty talented and have pretty good work ethic, then I think it'll serve us well to carry that with us.
Thank you, sir.